So it is very simple thing actually. So there is a concept called three-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture. Okay. So in three-tier architecture, we will have the three tiers actually. So one thing is a presentation layer. Presentation layer is nothing but from which actually we will access the SAP system. Presentation layer. Okay. It is nothing but your mobile phone. You are browsing some products from Amazon. Do you think whatever the images you are getting from the Amazon are they stored on your mobile phone? Whatever the images you are browsing from the Amazon store. Okay.
No.
Now, somewhere we are fetching the data from the somewhere server, right? So that is nothing but the application server. That is nothing but the application server. Whatever the mobile phone that interface your Amazon application you are using, right? That is the presentation layer. That is presenting that images and everything to you. That is the presentation layer. So in the backend, somewhere the Amazon server is there. That is the application layer. So the server is the application layer. Whatever the application you are using on your mobile phone is the presentation layer. Through presentation layer, so it is getting connected to through internet or through any medium. It is getting connected to the application layer, and whatever the whatever the data of the product is stored in the database layer. Is nothing but the price of the product. Okay. So what is the delivery time of the product and everything, that kind of details, price and specification of the product is somewhere storing in the database layer. Okay. First, we are connecting to application layer, requesting for that item. This application layer is fetching the data of the specification of the product from the database layer and showing it as to the presentation layer. Okay. So application layer is nothing but it is the intermediate thing only. It is the processing data. Whatever the request, it will take based on the request, it will fetch the data from the database layer and it will show to the user. So for this one, automatic logical operations will be taken care by this application layer. So this database layer only for storing purpose. Only for storing purpose. This database layer is only for the storing purpose.
So all the operations and data processing happens at the application layer.
Yeah. So application layer. Even we are using this one, right? Our SAP server. Okay. It is only presentation layer. Don't think that whatever I am accessing, which is there in my system. Okay. Server is maintained by our institute somewhere else. Okay. So we are connecting to that server. Don't think that we are having this all information in our system only. Whatever the data you are storing here will not be saved in your local computer. It is only for the presentation purpose. Okay. So this is the presentation. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Yeah.
And S4HANA isn't a database layer?
Okay. As for HANA, now good question. Actually, there are two things are there. Two things are there. One is I am saying HANA and S4 HANA. So when I am saying the S4 HANA, S4 HANA is an application and ECC is an application. Okay. But there is one thing called HANA database also. Even we are having the HANA. Don't get confused between the S4 HANA application and database. Both we have. We have HANA database as well. We have S4 HANA application as well. Are you getting my point?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Two different things. So simply saying the HANA means that is HANA database. S4 HANA means that is the application. But this S4 HANA runs on only HANA database. It will not run on any, it cannot be installed. This application cannot be installed on any other databases. S4 HANA can run on only HANA database. Because this is SAP playing it strategically. So previously, their SAP's previous version of the product is SAP ECC. SAP ECC. So this was capable to run on any of the databases like Oracle database, DB2, SQL, any one of the database, this SAP ECC was application was able to run. But whenever SAP has introduced, they are coming strategically now. So it is nothing but, so if you want to use S4 HANA, then for sure you have to install the HANA database only, then only it will work.
Should we need to install externally the HANA database?
No, don't use actually. So it is a server level. They will maintain whatever these two things are there, right? It will be maintained by institute only. Okay.
Okay.
Only with presentation layer we are connecting to that and we are using the system. That's it. And installation, these kind of things will be taken care by the SAP basis consultants.
Okay.
Okay. Already they are installed and just using this SAP GUI, we are connecting to that server. Already they are installed. Now,
So what we installed is, or what we have access right now is only S4 HANA.
yeah, we have
We'll be
S4.
then also getting access to
Yeah, access
ECC.
to ECC and SCM system. That is the decentralized environment. You will getting the access to. Okay. But initially, work with S4HANA, it is managed by our institute only. That's why it is actually so. Whenever it is not actually, so I don't think of that cost of this one, right? So if it is maintained by our institute, so I'm thinking of that's why initially you will get this access. But this is actually we are getting ECC and decentralized environment. We are getting from the external vendor. Okay. Dedicated
Mhm.
environment we are getting. That's why. So it is better to take whenever we take the classes. Okay. That is have a
Okay.
limited time with you. Okay. So here, whenever you want, you can extend it. But this decentralized environment is having a limited time. That's why whenever we get into that practice, that at the time only I will provide that one. Okay.
Okay.
Now clear on this one, right?
Yes.
Now,
And one question. So
yeah.
ECC and R3 are the same.
R3 actually, so every tire actually R3 only. So there are two different concepts are there. Like so R1, R2 is also there. Okay. So R1 means actually this entire environment runs on the one system only.
Okay.
Only one system. So that was in 1970s, R1.
Mhm.
Okay. So first one person has to enter his data, finance consultant, then he has to get up from the system. So he has to so get away from the system. Then another consultant will come, will use the same thing, same system,
Same system, same
same
user.
system. Yes, same systems. A different user might be different, but they have to enter the data using the same system only.
Okay.
So all these environments are combined. Actually, it was in the 1970s. Okay. Then later they come up with one more kind of approach. So this database layer, application layer is the part of one system, and this presentation layer is another system. Then that is called two-tier architecture. On the same system, these two will be installed. Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
That is the two-tier. That is later point of time in some. But now current is the everyone is having the three-tier architecture. Not only this our SAP, this three-tier architecture. Somewhere the database, on top of the database, application layers will be installed. So it is a different system. It is different system. Okay. So
Okay. Clear.
don't think that for you for one presentation layer for one GUI you will have separate application layer, separate database layer. That is not the case. Okay. This is the case actually. The source of data will remain same. That's why whatever the configurations I do, same configuration you can also see in the system. Are you getting my point? The source of data, this is the database layer remains the same. On top of this database layer, we will install this different application layers. Okay. To this different application layer, multiple users will be connected. Okay. Don't think that one person, one application layer, one database. That is not the case. Are you clear on this one?
Here are these different instances of S4 HANA
Yeah,
application,
different
or
servers of the different servers, and we will have the different instance. Yeah, application means actually another application means another instance will be created.
okay, because the
In
source
the,
is the same,
yeah, source is the
doesn't
same. Yeah,
it acts like we're working on one system basically.
yes, yes. These people will not, they cannot identify actually. They think that they are working on the same system, but internally actually this might be the scenario.
Why is this done? Why not only one?
Yeah, why is this one? Why not only one? Actually, so if you go with one only, if you go with this kind of process as well, but as the users are getting increased, lot of processing is required, right, for them. So then you are going to so load entire activities on one system only. That is one thing. Okay. Another thing is, so why do you maintain different servers for the different for the development one server, for the quality checking another server, for the production live business another server? Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is on-premise server you're talking about.
Yeah, on premise.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why we maintain a different application layer for the different purposes. And not only based on the purposes. For example, this system cannot bear this one. For example, so if more users are added, so then if system is getting slow, they can add the RAM to the server. Okay, that is one approach. For example, all the RAM slots were utilized. So maximum whatever this motherboard for this server can support, that also has breached. Still we have to add more users. Then that time they will not have any other option. They have to go for another installation of the another server. Okay, that's why they can balance the load on the application servers. Okay, that is one approach. Simple thing is. So it is a presentation layer, provide the graphical user screen interface and data screens and processed data will be shown on the screen. And this is the application layer, like applications like ECC and S4HANA will be installed on that one. Only processing of the data will be like program execution, logic execution. So it communicates with both the presentation layer and database layer. And so it send the instructions of the read and write data instructions to the database layer as well. So for that one, more processing is required. So it will not store any data, even though it is storing the data temporarily only. Through the execution of that program only, it will store the data, but permanent storing of the data is not possible with the application layer. If you want to store the data permanently, then we have the database layer. Da database layer. It is the only responsibility of this database layer, storing the data only. Storing and retrieving instructions will come from the application layer. So now are you clear on this one? Is there any doubt?
Yes.
Yes.
No. So the important thing is S4HANA application runs on only HANA database only. It will not support any other database. SAP ECC can run on any of the databases. Now, so that is the three-tier architecture. Now, typical system landscape. Let us see the typical system landscape. Okay. So already Vinayak asked why we have to install the different application layers. Okay. So one is one server for we have to install one server for the development activities purpose. So don't think, for example, if you want to use any application on your mobile phone, what you will do? If you want to use any application for on your mobile phone, what you will do? Any photo scanning application or anything, any application you want to use.
We'll install it from the Play Store.
Yeah, you will install it in the from the Play Store, and as soon as you install, you start using it, right?
Yes.
You start using it as soon as you. In case of SAP, not only SAP, if for this kind of big software industries, actually, whenever they're using this kind of big softwares, actually, so it is not the case. They don't actually they will buy the SAP software from SAP AG German company, and don't think that they will install and they start using it. That is not the case. So once they buy the license from the SAP, so they will install different servers. Okay. In one server, they will install another server, they will install SAP, different servers they will install. Purpose of the server is one is for the development purpose only. Okay. Another is for the testing and training purpose only. We can have. So another one is for the production, is nothing but the live business. Live business will run in this production server. Okay, why they will do this kind of means, if you do some kind of developments or some kind of activities in the production live business system, if something has gone wrong, entire business will be disturbed. They don't want to disturb their business. They don't want to disturb their business. Okay, for development purpose, whatever using the programming, or even we are doing the configurations, right? That configuration is also development only. So we can boast ourselves as the developers. Okay, but we are developing using the configurations. We are also developers. We will have the access to both the development and quality and production environments as well. Production environment is nothing but the live business. Here the live business will run. Okay, so to the development server, in this one we will have different independent environments within the same server. Within the same server, we will have different independent environments. That is called the clients. Okay, different independent environments within the server are called the clients. So a client is denoted by the 3-digit number. A client is denoted by the 3-digit number. I think yesterday Vinayaka has asked. Okay, what is that client number? Why it is showing that client number? Yesterday Vinayaka has asked. Let me log off and I will show you.
Yeah, like 220 client.
Yeah, 220, that one is right. So automatically system is showing the 220 client. Okay, so this is the client number. So one client number will represent one independent environment in any one of the servers. Are you clear on this one? So they will have the different client numbers. With the help of that client numbers, we can get access to different environments. Here they will have the different users. This client is also have the different users. This client will also have the different users. Okay, based on, so whether you can access or not, those client is nothing but whether you have that access, or whether your credentials are created in that environment or not. That is what the thing. Now, so I am going to do the configuration in the system. So I got some requirement. Based on that requirement, I want to do the configuration. So initially in the development client, we do the configuration. So normally in the real time, normally, so I haven't seen any client actually. So development client is always 100 is the development client. Always 100 is the development client. That is also called the golden client, development client. But so before messing up with the development client, so we will have a tendency, right? Somewhere in the practice system, I have to test if I disturb the development server. Anyhow, you can reverse those activities. Why I have to mess up with the development server? It's actually development server. Somewhere I have to practice, right? You will have that kind of tendency, yes or no? Any practice system or anything, trial, I have to do the trials before I'm going to mess up with the development system. So are you getting my point? We will
Yes.
have the tendency, right? I want to practice somewhere, whether it is working fine. I got an idea. First, I want to execute it somewhere else so that nothing is broken, nothing will get disturbed. So I will not be sued by the uh, client or customer. So I need some practice system. For that purpose, organizations will provide you sandbox client. This is the sandbox client. So from here also you can understand. Actually, nowhere it is connected, right? This arrow marks means no arrow mark is connected means nowhere it is connected. So whatever the development activities you do here are restricted to this box only. It is not at all going to disturb any other environments. Okay, here you can do your configurations and you can confirm. You can have on your own, you can confirm whether okay, this my development is working. So I can go with this kind of configuration. Then if you know already, so that you're sure on the configuration part, directly you can get into the development client and do the configurations. Okay, so this is the development client. So whatever the development and whatever the configurations you are doing, so there must be some folder or somewhere they have to be stored, right? Whatever the development you want to do, actually you are doing, they must be stored in one folder or somewhere it has to be stored. Okay, that folder in your understanding, that folder is nothing but the TR. TR is called the transport request. TR is called the transport request. Whatever the developments you do, those will be captured in one TR, transport request. And so the transport will be moved, same development will be moved to unit testing clienting. So as a consultant, you will test here. So after doing the development, you will test here. If it is working fine, same development, you will request your base system to move the same development, same TR to the quality server as well. Okay. What is the purpose of quality server? What is the purpose of quality server? In the quality server, the key users or the business users, they will have access to the quality server. We as a consultants will also have the access to the quality server, and they will test whatever the configuration you did here. Same set of configuration will be moved to the quality, and the business will test whether it is working according to their requirement or not. Whether it is working according to their requirement or not. Okay, then. So if they accept, then only we will move that TR, same file we will move to the production. Then in the production system means there it is live in the production client. It is live in the live system. Whatever the development you did, that is live in the production system. We don't directly mess up with the production system. So before the live business system, we have different servers. Here we do the development, here we do the testing, and here you do the training to the if anyone wants training, new employee has joined, if they want to train, so in the quality server, training client will be created. So in the training client, they will be trained. So then they can be placed into the real business. Okay, now. So all the development consultant key users will have, some of the key users will have access to the development client. Developers, here the developer means actually you can consider as ABAPers. So we are also developers, but we have a specific name, that is the consultants. Okay, developers. So developers is nothing but the ABAPers. They don't know the business. So consultant will know the business. So consultant is knowing the configurations as well as the business. What is the business requirement? And end user is nothing but final business users. Actually, they will have access to the production client. They will run their business. Now come here. So you have did some configuration, one TR got created. So here, whatever the TR will not move to any other, it will not disturb any other environment. It is no problem. Whatever the experiments you do, it is all acceptable here in the sandbox. Now, in the development client, so once you do any kind of development, one TR will be created. Transport request will be created if you do any configuration. So later, you move the transport to the unit testing client. Here, you can do the testing if it is working. In the development client, sometimes you may not create the master data, you cannot test it. Sometimes if it is unit testing is not there, you can in the development itself, you can create the master data and you can do the testing. If in the development client, if you cannot create the master data, then they will provide another client for the unit testing purpose. So whatever the development you do, that development you will move to the unit testing client. Here, as a consultant, you will test for your satisfaction. You will test. Okay, then some script you will prepare, whether according to that script it is working or fine. If it is working fine, then the same TR will be moved to the quality server. Here the business will test. If the business is okay, they will sign off the document. Sign off means actually we that development will be signed by that business, because unnecessarily before sign up we don't move it to the production, because everything, if something has gone wrong without a sign up means actually, so at that time spot only you will be terminated. So before doing anything, first to take the sign up from them, then you will have the proof. So you signed up, that's why I have moved it to the production system now. So once it is done, sign off is done. So same TRs will be moved to the training client. Here we will give the training to the end users or the business users. If the new employee or anyone joined, so here we can give the training. Here the live business will run. Same set of development is present in the production client as well. This is the production system.
What kind of server we are
Yeah,
using?
actually, so you can consider it as our personal system as a testing server only. Okay.
Okay.
Testing and development server, both you can consider our personal system.
All the server will be in the same application, or will it be in the different
Uh,
applications?
okay, okay. I'm coming to that point only. Come here, come here. So now I am going to combine the three-tier architecture with the landscape. Okay. This is the development server. Okay. This is the quality server. This is the production server. This is the database layer. So these all are the different users. Okay. Different applications servers.
So you're just choosing the client to connect to different
Yeah,
servers
yeah,
on the
just
same
yeah,
GUI.
yeah, on the same GUI. Okay. So in my logon pad, if you can see, different servers are there. Okay. So I have added the different servers. Sometimes it is also possible to uh, come here and you can change the number as well. If you have access to that client, you can change the number as well. But that is not a recommended way, because for every server actually every client, actually they will add one logon pad. One entry will be added to the logon pad so that you will not get confused. You don't have to remember that client. So are you getting my point?
Yes.
You don't have to change the number here. So automatically, so base system will take care of that one. So for
Okay.
every server, client and environment, they will give the names and just get into the, if it the SSO, single sign on, you don't have to even enter the credentials as well. Directly you will log in if the single sign on is there. Okay, now come here. So because these all are having the single source of truth, right? Single source of database, right? Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Single
Yes.
source of database. So then how can this different environments might be there? Okay, because in this database layer, client specific tables will be there. Some tables as applicable to all the clients, some tables are client specific tables. That is how the data will be segregated in the database layer for the different clients. I think you are clear on this one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because production data, quality data, if all the data is same, how this will run? Because client specific data will be there in the database layer. Okay. So this is the combination of the three-tier architecture with the, okay. So this is our understanding only. Don't think that physically also they might be these, all these things might be part of one system only, physically one server only. Okay. Physically they might be different servers. Physically they, so whatever it may be the scenario, think of logically only. Don't think physically. So we are not bothered about whether physically these two are different or, so logically all are different. Sorry, clear on this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
And for our training purposes, we are using some production data that was created earlier, or where
Okay.
is it coming from?
Production data actually. So SAP will give you the sample data.
Okay.
Okay. For practice purpose, as well as not only for practice purpose. Okay. The purpose of ERP is to, so copy from the existing configuration, do whatever the modifications you do. Don't have to do the configurations from the scratch as well. Already SAP will give you some standards. Copy from standards. So make whatever the changes you wish and move on.
This is common for any kind of implementation.
Yes, any kind of implementation. Any kind of implementation. Instead of going from the scratch, we will copy from the standard. And whatever the modifications we need, we'll do that changes to that copied one. Copied one. Now, types of data in the SAP system. What type of data we will have in the SAP system? So, one is the master data. Another one is the configuration data. Another one is the transaction data, system data. It is nothing but the SAP product version. That is only. So it is not maintained by us. SAP will only maintain whatever the product and version of that. So it is nothing but that we cannot change. It is provided by the SAP only, whatever the database we are using. Okay, it cannot be changed. So for example, you want to take a bank account. You want to take a bank account. Okay. So what you want first? What you want? So because I'm trying to make you understand with simple terminology, you want to take a bank account. So we are discussing about the data. You want to take a bank account. What you want?
You need to choose the bank. You need to
Yeah.
know what kind of account.
Yeah. What kind of account? Okay. The first answer is to take a bank account. We should have a bank. Without a bank, we cannot take a bank account. Yes or no?
Yes.
We should have a bank. Is nothing but that is the configuration data. That is the configuration data. Whatever the organization structures. So where is our plant is located, where our offices are located, what is our financial structure, so where is our purchasing department, where is our sales department, all these departments is nothing but the configuration data. Those are the established buildings or entities. That is nothing but the configuration data. First we should have an office. So to take a bank account, first we should have a bank. So that is the configuration data. So they might be physical or logical locations in the system that you have to create. On top of that one, on top of that one, so whenever the configuration data is there, then only we can have the master data. Master data is nothing but the data which we seldom change. So sometimes we never change the data. That is the master data. Is nothing but to take the bank account, whatever the information you require. Like, so your name, your Aadhaar number, your PAN card number, your PAN card number, your mother, father name, or your address. So this all comes under master data. We don't frequently change the data, right? Whenever it is required, we can change it. But do we frequently change our names and this kind of things, address? We don't never change, right? We don't frequently change this kind of data. That is the master data. So are you clear on this one? One account number will be given to you by system. Even you cannot even change, actually bank, even they won't even change that number. That is the bank account number is nothing but one master data. Your address on the passbook, master data. Okay, so that is the master data. So whenever one is, you should have bank. On top of that one, you should have an account to get the account, you should have the master data. So then only you can do the transactions. You can do the transaction, then only you can do the transaction. That is the transaction data. Transaction data. Transaction data will vary from transaction to transaction. You send money 10 rupees to one friend, 1000 rupees to another friend. So then your balance will change and your time of transaction will change. So each and every transaction will have its own specific transaction data. So to build the transaction data, first we have to build the configuration data. On top of the configuration data, we should build the master data. On top of the master data, we can make the transactions. Okay. Now in SAP, we have the configuration data like company code, plant, purchasing organization, sales organization, different that kind of, where are their organizations are located, what is their business, where are their plants are located. So those all are the configuration data you have to, as a consultant. So we are responsible to configure these things in the system as a consultant. Again, all the configurations are not our responsibility. Only EWM related configurations we will take. But in our practice purpose, whatever the prerequisite is there, whatever other consultants to configurations are required as a prerequisite to practice our SAP EWM. So those configurations also we are going to configure in the system. But at every point of time, I will tell you whether which consultant's responsibility is to do that configuration, so that you will have a clear idea on all the configurations. And whenever you come across any error or anything, so to which team you have to inform, that will also you will come to know by doing the configuration of other consultants, other areas as well.
Should this not come directly from S4HANA when
Okay,
we are doing it?
we will get the standard ones. Okay, we will get the standard one, but
Mhm.
the flexibility is we copy from the standard one. Okay, so why we have to copy? Can we not work on the same organization for the warehouses? Means we can work, we can work, but so today I will execute some transactions in the same warehouse. Okay, tomorrow in the same warehouse. So finally you will be confused, right? Are you getting my point? So you are asking, so can we not build, is SAP is not giving any standard warehouse so that we can work on that one? That is what you are saying, right? Now, so like we will have the master data, like material master. Material master is nothing but that material record for the material. You can so record for what is the weight unit of that material, what is the volume of that material, what is the description of that material. So which account has to be triggered, through which sales organization this material has to be sold. So those kind of all the material related data we will maintain in the material master record. All the customer address, customer bank account details, customers correspondent details, everything. So which accounts has to be triggered whenever the customer is, whenever we have to charge the money from the customer. Okay, all the customer related data we will maintain as a one master record for each and every customer. Vendor master, all the vendors are the sellers of the products. We will maintain master records for each and every vendor. Address is also bank account details. So these all comes under the master data. These all comes under the master data. On top of this master data, we create the transaction data like purchase orders, sales orders, and deliveries we create. And that deliveries will be communicated, replicated to EWM system. The processing of the delivery will be taken care by the EWM people. EWM people. Okay. So this three different. So forget about the system data. These three data, remember. So configuration data, master data, and transaction data. So these three types of data we are going to do in the system. Same explanation only. So this is the master data is nothing but the material. So product details, product name, size, weight actually. So bank account details, vendor and customer address account details. That is a master data. Bank account detail, customer and vendor details. Okay. On top of this one, okay, we will have the transaction data, day-to-day transactions. Day-to-day transactions is the transaction data. List of purchase order, production order, sales order, list of products and quantity of the products, how many quantity you want to buy. This all comes under organization data, wherever your organization is located. So where your store is located, where plant is located, where company code is located. So whether it is logical or physical inventory entity, logical or physical entity that you have to configure on the system, that is the configuration data. So system data SAP will only give. Okay, these are related things. No, or organization structure, enterprise structure or organization structure. Okay, so in SAP, how the structure of the enterprise or the organization will be there. So let me see. What is a company? So in our general terminology, company means one business, but in SAP's terminology, company means one brand. Tata group of companies, all the Tata, TCS, Tata Motors, Tata Steel. Okay. So all the Tata related products will be combined into one company. That is a company code. It is the group of all the businesses. Group of all the businesses. That is what we call as company in our SAP terminology. And so the next organization element we will have the company code is nothing but Under that brand, what are the different businesses? So one is the Tata Motors and Tata Steel. Okay. TCS, different company, different businesses. Different businesses will come under different company codes. Different company codes. Okay. So why we have to maintain this company? At this company code level, all the financial data will be maintained. All the financial data for that business will be maintained at the company code level. At the company code level. Now. So under the company code, we will have the plants. These all are the physical locations. Company code is also physical location. Company is also physical location. Plant is also physical location. Somewhere in the outskirts, we will have the plants. Somewhere in the outskirts, we will have the plants. Okay. Plant is it is not always, so it is not always manufacturing area. Don't think that plant is always a manufacturing area. If it is a retail business, they don't manufacture anything. But wherever they are having the big go down, where they are storing the product, that go down or big warehouse, they consider that as their plant. That as their plant. Even though it is a retail business, they don't have any manufacturing. So still they consider whatever the big go down they have in the city outskirts. So that they will consider it as one plant. And plant is one area where we inventorize the products, is nothing but where we store the products. Under the plant only we will store the products. Okay. But can we directly store the products under the plant? Means no. Under the plant, we will have the storage locations, is nothing but different rooms or different open areas we'll have under the plant premises. Under the plant premises. In that area, we store the products. So why we should have different storage locations? One storage location for one specific kind of products, another storage location, another specific kind of products, one storage location only for the receiving purpose. So based on the purpose we want to store, we will have different storage locations under the one plant. Under one plant. Okay. Plant is one area, one physical location where we inventorize the products. Under the plant, we will have the storage locations. To store the products, we should have the storage locations. Now, come here. So, the first organizational element is the company. Company is nothing but it is like a brand. So, under company, we will have the company codes. Is nothing but a different businesses. So, like Tata Motors and Tata Steel. So, under the Tata Motors, we will have the plants, manufacturing plant, assembling plant. Under the plant, we will have the storage location to store the products. So whether it is a big warehouse or whether it is a manufacturing area, so we are not bothered, but whether we are storing the products or not, that is what our concern. Okay. Now, plant. So these are the organizational elements. So to purchase the material from the vendor, we will have some purchase organization. And to sell the material as well, we will have some sales organization that will be attached to the plant. Purchase organization, purchasing groups. So actually it is created for the purpose. Okay. So I will give you tomorrow. We will go through another slide. We will see the sales organization as well. Sales organization is nothing but through that sales organization we sell the material. Through the purchase organization we buy the material. That is the purchase organization. Now, so here different organizational elements we define, and finally we connect them, because who knows this company code is working under this company. So by connecting all these things is nothing but the assignment of the organizational elements. We will see the under this company code this plant is working. Under this company code this plant is. So which plants are working under which company code? Which main office? Which head office? It is like head office. It is the chief office. Okay. So which plants are working? All the finance related data for these two plants will be maintained by this company code only. This main head office only. Okay. So tomorrow we will elaborately. So we will go through the slides once again. And not only going through the slides, tomorrow we will do the configurations as well in the system. Tomorrow we will do the configurations as well. All the ERP related configurations tomorrow and the day after tomorrow we will configure in the system. We will configure in the system, and whatever the thing I have told you, like a TR, transport request, so that also we will see how to release the transport request. That also we will see system.